Hi, Alan here with RVAcrossAmerica.net, and it's March 18th. Spring starts in just 2 days. I'm going to take you outside in a moment. If for no other reason, I'm tired of sitting around inside. Kind of sheltering in place. Just got done watching the president and his team deliver the latest on the virus from China. The news on coronavirus and what to expect. I myself am doing reasonably well. I had influenza, or nearest the doctors can figure out it was influenza, about 3 weeks ago, and I have the last of a leftover cough. In fact, I'm doing a second round of doxycycline just to make sure that I'm 100% clear from the flu. There's a lot going on. It kind of feels to me almost like a little bit after 9/11. I've been kind of in a malaise on getting things done and maybe getting videos out to you. I've got a lot of information I want to share with you. Working on a post about buying an RV because it is the beginning of RV season. And I, for one, hope to be able to travel soon. I'll show you how that's going outside. And I hope to be working at a RV dealer. Forgive me. Still a little bit of leftover from still clearing up from the flu. I hope to be working at an RV dealer in Cheyenne in a few weeks. Hopefully things are going to get better shortly after they get worse. And I hope that we can begin to return to a fairly normal summer. But notice I keep using the word hope. So I'm going to have some posts coming up on RVAcrossAmerica.net. This one is going to get posted at RVAcrossAmerica.net/spring 2020. So once again, RVAcrossAmerica.net /spring 2020. And you'll get some additional information beyond what I put in the video. With that said, let me kind of jump outside with you and let's enjoy being outside. There was a little bit of snow overnight. Early this morning, I woke up to moderate to heavy snow. For March 18, that would normally mean race out to the mountain and get out there and grab a couple early runs, skiing on some fresh, wet powder. Not going to happen because the ski areas are closed. All right, let me jump over to outside with you. This is Alan, and I'll be back in a moment. So here we are in southeastern Wyoming. This is maybe about 60 miles east of Idaho Falls. If you got a pretty much shelter in place, you look into the east, you see a mountain range off to the east. I'm actually on the edge of town. You could walk into town in a matter of a few minutes. There's a small grocery store here, and there's still pretty minimal influence of coronavirus here. So I still go in and pick up provisions periodically. I have reduced my frequency of going into stores. Try to minimize that and try to isolate as much as possible. You're looking to the south now, another mountain range, and this is where the Teton Pass road is to get you over into Jackson. It's about a 2,200 foot climb. And as we continue to pan towards the east, if I said east before, I meant west. As we pan to the east, these are the Tetons. You see a couple of higher peaks off in the distance. So this town I'm in, Victor, is surrounded on three sides by pretty significant mountain ranges. This one is pretty much insurmountable. Off to the south and east, you've got Teton Pass. And Teton Pass, of course, is surmountable. But with the ski area closed and with increasing number of businesses in Jackson, Wyoming closing, there's little point, if any, in going in there. And off to the west here, this is Pine Creek Pass, and that's what gets you over to Idaho Falls. The road immediately in front is the state road that runs up towards Driggs. Driggs is about 8 miles up. There's a bigger grocery store there, which I was in just a few days ago. And this is the development I'm in. You got cabins on one side, you got RVs on the other. And my RV is here at the southern end of the campground. As we work towards it, you can see I still have my propane tank sitting outside. I've been in touch with the propane guy, and with 2 or 3 days notice, he could pull that and he could reconnect my propane bottles, which are behind that door right there. This is, again, the southern side of my camper, except for the nuisance snow that we had this morning, which you can see is kind of dripping off everything. This was dry ground yesterday. And we've had 2 or 3 of these nuisance snows over the last 4 or 5 days. So probably by 2 or 3 o'clock, this side of the trailer will be dry again. We're still getting nights dropping into the teens, so it's still a good idea to have the electric hose out. Got a fresh hose on order because I kind of don't like the white one that's sitting there that you can kind of make out. It's snaking over the electric hose, and it's been in service for 4 years, so it's pretty much seen better days. The skirting is still up, but the skirting will only take me an hour or 2 to get down. But, you know, all of these pre-preparations for travel, at the moment, I have to wonder, is there wisdom in going anywhere, given that I'm in a town of 1,600 and that I've got facilities near me and services near me that I may need. And again, my health is pretty good right now, but you never know. You never know what's going on. And given the length of the incubation period on this coronavirus, who knows who's been exposed and how long ago before they show to be symptomatic. The front area, my spare room, if you will, underneath the fifth wheel, I've had the zippers up in this skirting last couple of days, kind of drying things out inside. Again, pre-preparations for travel. On the north side of the camper, there's a little bit more snow still remaining. You've got maybe about 6 or 8 inches of solid ice underneath this snow that I'm walking over right now. I finally unearthed my barbecue grill, and it got some service the other night, made up some chicken and veggies, and that was great. The snow pile you see here is more indicative of the kind of snow pile that I had up alongside the entire northern side of the camper, pretty much for several weeks on end. When this kind of snow happens, like we just got last night in March, I don't worry too much about it. There's a little bit of snow that you can see up on the slide out. That wouldn't even be a concern in January. However, in January, it would probably just continue to build and build and build until at some point I've got to get up there and use my snow rake to clear it off. But in March, I know for sure that it's just a matter of minutes or hours before it melts off. So where things are at is I'm kind of sheltering in place, and physically, again, I'm feeling pretty well. I'm doing well. Ski area, like I say, is closed. I actually called it a season 2 or 3 days before the ski area closed. I was concerned about an ongoing hack that I've had. Of course, for those of you who know me, I've had a cough for probably about 40, 50 years. But with Corona, with this virus from Wuhan working its way across the country, that's something that I decided I did not want to go into with any kind of respiratory challenges. So I decided to call it a season, kind of camp out here at the camper, relax. I do take daily walks. There's a nice neighborhood to walk through, and it's a nice open area. Very, very friendly people in the area here, and I actually like it here. Although I would like to be traveling on. One, I've got the itch to travel. I've been doing this since 2011. And 2, like I mentioned in the first part of the video, my plan is to serve at an RV dealership in sales for the summer. I will also be continuing my concierge buying and selling service for folks who want to work with me privately on that. And hey, with more posts coming up, I want to invite you over to rvacrossamerica.net. This one will be rvacrossamerica.net/spring 2020. And I'm sure I'll throw a little bit more information in the written narrative. So, hey, Alan from Southeast Idaho, thanks much for joining me in this journey. And I'd love to hear from you. If you're seeing this on YouTube, hey, give me a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you want. And if you're seeing this on my site, give me some written feedback at the end of the post. I'd love to hear what you're up to, what your plans are, what your intended plans were, and whether you feel like you're on hold, kind of like I do. Anyway, Alan, rvacrossamerica.net. Talk soon.